Dante, InuYasha, Blade. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Opinion Spot. Hope everybody's well on their end, as usual. My usual saying. Those three characters, what do they have in common? It's a simple question, real easy. They're half-breeds. That's this topic of today, people. Half-breeds. Your favorites. Who you love. There's many of them. But yes. And when I mean half-breeds, I'm meaning they share maybe different cultures, different races. In particular, a lot of these characters do. Most of them are born of a human mother, but their father happens to be a demon. So they have demonic blood. But it's not just those three. So let me take you on a little ride on some famous half-breeds. So, like I said, we started out with Dante. What about one of the most famous half-breeds in the video game genre today? Son of Sparta. Just a badass. He could be such a badass, but also just a hero, you know. You say, oh, he's a demon, he's half demon, so that means he's gonna choose the dark side, but not in that way. You know, he talks a lot of smack, but he can back it up, and he's just a great character. You know, there's always talk of bringing him to the big screen. As of I know, the script is still in development, the story's still in development, so, but Dante is one of those definitely famous half-breeds. Then there's InuYasha, another famous half-breed in the anime games. For my anime fans out there, InuYasha, half-breed, half dog demon, born of a human mother, but his father is a huge dog-like demon. But what also makes the InuYasha world great, especially for half-breeds, is that they lose their power, their demonic powers, every full moon. You know what I'm saying? And they revert back to just being normal humans, so they have to hide away to keep themselves safe from, you know, the full-blooded demons. But InuYasha is another badass, but he's a hothead too, and sometimes that temper his gets him into trouble. But that sword, Tetsaiga, just a great sword. I forgot to even mention Dante's sword, the sword of Sparta, but the Tetsaiga is just another great sword, crafted from InuYasha's father's teeth, and then later on it was crafted by one of InuYasha's tooth. So he's another great half-breed. But you can see at the beginning, you know, he hated, you know, it always made sense of seeing that this guy did not like being a half-breed. Dante seems to be fine with being a half-breed, but InuYasha at the beginning never did. He never liked being a half-breed. It's basically because it made him weak, he says, you know. But there you go, another half-breed, another famous. Then there's the one and only Blade. Now, I've been reading Blade for a long time. He first came out in 1973 in a comic known as, in Marvel Comics, Tomb of Dracula, and he went up against Dracula. And when you see him there, he's rocking his semi-afro with almost like goggles, red leather jacket, you know. But over the years, I've always loved him. Even when the movies came out, I knew who Blade was. But I hear from a lot of people saying they got into Blade because of the movies or because of him being guest starred on Spider-Man, the animated series. So they was like, wow, who's this guy? But he's another famous half-breed, half vampire, half human, though he doesn't share the weaknesses of the vampire. But just another famous half-breed, no doubt about it. And badass, please. He is just silent in some ways, but deadly. I love that name, the Daywalker. That nickname is just so cool for him. And it just makes a little sense to see why the vampire community fears this guy. But then there's a half-breed that goes back years that is just famous. I love him, and that's Hercules. Now you may say, oh, but he's not. Why would you put him in the category as half-breed? Yes, he is. He's a demigod. He's only half god. He's half human. His father, Zeus. His mother is Alcmene. But he's always been a favorite of mine. And I'm not just talking about comic-wise. I'm talking about the story period of Hercules. Because of the fact that I've been a fan of Greek mythology. And I've gone on about this plenty of times, guys, about just being a fan of mythology. And he's up there. One of the great mythological heroes of the world. So it's always been good to see Hercules, to put Hercules in this category, because he is a half-breed. He's a famous half-breed. And always the main question is, can you kill him? Can he be killed? And unfortunately, I can't answer that question. I can't answer that question. I'm not sure if he can. Can he age? He probably doesn't ages as much as a normal human, but he does age. But can you kill him? I haven't seen it done yet. But other famous half-breeds, off the top of my head, would have to be Gohan, Goten, Trunks. Famous half-breeds right there. Half Saiyan, let me refuse that. Excuse me. Not half Saiyan, half Saiyajin. Yes, I used the correct term. Half human. So there's a couple more half-breeds. Two are the sons of Goku. The other is a son of Vegeta. And there's more half-breeds. I mean, there's three right there. But the question is, who are your favorite half-breeds? If you can name them, this is another request from a little friend of mine. A friend of mine that lives next door to me. He's just 10 years old, and he asked this question to get it up here on the opinion spot. So I said I'd do it for him. So this is for you, little man. Mark, this is for you. But once again, guys, who are your favorite half-breeds? Feel free to leave your comments. I'd just like to say once again, thanks again everybody for tuning in. I hope everybody enjoyed that joint project me and Ass Kicker did together. And once again, like I said, one more down for DC till I move on to a new publication. I save the best for last, and it'll be something. So stay tuned, keep it real. Later.